Okay, today we're going to be talking about how to create some custom shapes and how to use shapes to cut out other shapes. So the first thing that I want you to do is find your custom shape tool, which if you're on the rectangle, just come down here and hold down and then go down to custom shape tool. Once you have the custom shape tool, then you're going to go up here to your shapes. And I want you to go ahead and click on the little gear and choose all. It's going to ask you, do you want to append? And you're going to say append. And now you're going to have all of these custom shapes. There's a lot of shapes in here. Don't be freaked out by how many there are. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to show you how to create a stop sign that you can see through. Alright, and so the first thing you want to do is come up here to your shapes and pick the octagon. Right. So now that we have our octagon, we can go through the list of shape things that we want to change. First, let's make this red, right, the fill color. And then the stroke, let's make that 0. We don't want any border around our stop sign. And then the rest of these are fine. We don't have to mess with any of this. So let's just go ahead and draw our stop sign, right? Okay. Now what we want to do is create a brand new layer. So we're going to come over here and make a new layer. Go to your text tool, and we want to go ahead and put up on here, let's make it say stop. S-T-O-P. Okay, so that's kind of small. So let's make that like, oh, I don't know, 60 point, 48 point. Depends on how big your stop sign is, right? Okay, so it doesn't matter what color, because what we're going to do now is we're going to come up here and we're going to go to, well, first we have to make this a shape. So we're going to right click on it and we're going to convert to shape. So find your stop layer, right click on it, convert to shape. Now that they're both shapes, now I can come up here to image or layer, sorry. Oh, I forgot. I have to select both shapes. So hold down your shift key, select the stop and the shape 1. So they're both lit up like that. Now we can go to layer, combine shapes. So what we want to do is subtract the front shape. So we're going to subtract stop from the stop sign. Boom. Okay. So now we can use our tool right here. This is called the path selection tool. Okay. And we can click on the stop sign and we can change that fill back to red. Right. Oops. Undo. 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 Okay, let's go back. There we go. There we go. Now I can move my stop sign around. I can also create a new layer, like a rectangle, right? And I can make that a black rectangle. Okay. And I can move that rectangle behind the stop sign. And now you can see that if I move my stop sign, you can see that it is actually see-through, right? Okay. So that's the first thing I want you to do. Then the second thing I want you to do is we're going to combine some shapes. Okay. So let's go back to the custom shape tool. And let's go ahead and create, let's create something out of multiple shapes. Okay, so I'm going to create like a compass rosette, right, out of arrows. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to grab this arrow right here, and we'll just leave it black for now. Okay, so I'm going to make an arrow that goes like that, and then I'm going to copy this shape, right, and then I'm going to go over here and we're going to transform it. So we're going to go to edit, transform, and I want to flip it horizontally so it points the other way, right? Okay, and then I want to make another copy of it, And I'm going to do the same thing, edit, transform, and I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees counterclockwise so it points up. Well, I guess down. And then now I can make one more copy. Right. And let's flip that 180 degrees. Right. Okay. So what I can do now with these 4 arrows is I can create a 4-way arrow. Right. But and so that way instead of having all these shapes, I can create just one new shape. So I'm going to hold down my shift key again, select all 4 shapes. So just click on the first shape and then click on the last shape and it should get all the shapes in between. Right? And I can see I have all 4 shapes together. And now what I want to do is go back to my layer, combine shapes, and this time I want to unite the shapes together. Boom. And so now I have one new shape and I can rename that shape and I can call that shape 4 arrows. Right. Okay, so that's our skill for today. I want you to go ahead and create the stop sign with the black background behind it, and I want you to create the 4 arrows. And then save this as a .psd document and upload it to the classroom.